Hey folks, D.A. Roberts. We made it, land between the lakes. So this will be the first foray into the actual park itself. And we haven't checked into the condo yet, but I'm going to turn around and head down this side road over here and go down toward the north end of the park for just a few miles. Then we got to go check back into the condo. So here we are, land between the lakes. Let the adventure begin. Hey folks, D.A. Roberts again. I'm back on the opposite side of the lake from LBL. This area is known as the canal. We're in an area called the canal overlook, and that's the bridge we went across into LBL. Now we're looking straight across into land between the lakes. The north end of the park, where the Beast of LBL attack was supposed to have happened. And it's got to be somewhere not too far from where I'm sitting right now. There's somebody out there on a wave runner. This park is vast, and oddly enough, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of people down here. I mean, there's some people down there in the campground. We drove to another campground a few minutes ago. Just not as many tourists as I was expecting in midsummer. But that's LBL over there. And I think you guys can tell just by the look of it, the woods are thick. We did a scenic drive-through over there, and I'll go back through there here in a little while, and I'll just film the entire thing. But it's like driving through a tunnel. The woods are so thick you can't see more than 10, 20 feet back into them on either side of the road, and they're like overgrown over the road itself. You can see the high water marks on there indicating how high the water is at floodplain. I guess it's gotten pretty high before. But this is this lake is set up with a hydroelectric dam, so I'm guessing it's probably not going to get too full. But you can see on the rocks down below, on the far side over there, you can see where the water line has been up. The Tennessee Valley Authority owns the dam, and I would say they monitor lake levels pretty closely, but this is still an extremely remote area. I mean, it's that direction down there. You can see the far side of the lake. That's beautiful. But it's also, I don't know, there's something about it, maybe knowing the story, the history. It just seems a little bit foreboding at the same time. It's not a welcoming place. Like, I've been to a lot of lakes, especially in the Ozarks, like Lake the Ozarks, Lake Tinicomo, and the lakes just seem to be, they just seem to be inviting, friendly places. There's just nothing really about this that seems friendly. It just seems a little sinister. But there are people out there, frolicking around and wave runners and stuff and having a good time. So, maybe looks are deceiving. But things in Kentucky are a little different than they are in Missouri. It's cool so far, but I can't wait to get a closer look inside LBL. Anyway, that's all for now. Okay, we'll do more later. Thank you. Hey folks, D.A. Roberts. I'm here at the old Nichols Cemetery in LBL, land between the lakes. We're in some remote territory. There's one road that goes through here. It's a little two-lane. And it does have the occasional bit of traffic. There are a few people here. A truck just went by. Looks like a New Mexico tag, so the place does attract some people. But this is one of dozens of little cemeteries that are throughout the recreation area. And I'll step back out of the frame so you can get a better look at it. But we're here in land between the lakes, and this, if my theory is correct, this is the cemetery that's supposed to be close to the old campground. So I'm very close. I'm hoping I'll find it very soon. I apologize if I'm a little distracted. I've got some really thick woods just right over here. And I'll leave it on there for a second. It sounds like there's somebody back there. I've heard somebody walking around a couple of times. There is a hiking trail that runs right through, so that could possibly be it. But I haven't seen anybody walking down the trail and haven't heard anybody talking. So, oh, it's a little creepy. And there I just heard it again, only it was on the other side of the cemetery. Well, unfortunately, the park regulations require that I not carry a firearm, and I'm not. But I am carrying some of my Scallywag tactical gear. I have the gunner's mate on my belt right at the moment. So I'm not completely without resources. But I am out here alone. The wife stayed back at the condo. And I'm supposed to be meeting up with Nick Valente from the North American Dogman Project in a few hours. But I wanted to do a little recon on my own and maybe shoot a couple of videos. The cemetery is fairly well maintained. Oh, there it went again. Goddamn, that was close. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but it's not very far back in there. Might be a deer. I mean, with thick enough woods, it could be a deer, but it sounds like somebody's on two legs. So to me, it sounds like a person. Anyway, back to the cemetery. Got quite a few cars going by, more than I expected. I stopped at the visitors center, bought a detailed map of the park, and a kind of cool LBL t-shirt, which I'm sure my wife is going to steal from me. Hello? Okay, well. Anyway, this is the cemetery, so I've got to be very close. I'm going to drive on down the road a little ways, see if I can locate the old campground. It's supposed to be very close to the cemetery, from what I was told. Unfortunately, the lady at the visitor center was new, so she didn't know that much about the area. So I guess we'll find out. I'm going to go ahead and load up in the van and get on out of here, for now anyway. Probably come back down here with Nick Valente and see if we find anything. Alright folks, that's it for now. Hey folks, the Moss Creek Day Use area. This is a great view of the massive expanse of this lake. And over there, somewhere, is where my condo is at. Somebody back that direction, a few miles. Like 10 miles. I've been pretty far out into the woods. This place is huge. Much bigger than I thought it was. I mean, it looked big on the map, but just seeing this, actually being here, holy crap. It's huge. I don't know what that place is across the lake. It's not part of Green River, or Great Rivers, where we were staying. That looks like a lot of different houses. There's a couple marinas over there from what it looks like. But this place is amazing. It is also very, very remote. Only 3 vehicles with the people down here in a boat. And it's pretty far off the beaten path. I kind of stumbled across it. Anyway, I'll film more later. Hey folks, I'm down in a camping area called Demumbers Bay. And other than seeing a few boats, there's a camper over here behind me that's like one person at this campground. One family anyway. You can see just how dense this place is. Thick, thick woods. And very, very quiet. I do like the quiet. Since the last video, I think I located the old campground. I don't want to attempt to go back in there without a four-wheel drive, so I'm going to have to wait for Nick Valente to get here with his Hummer. And then we'll try to get back in there. I'm not sure my minivan could get it. So hopefully I'll be filming down there soon. Okay, folks, that's it for now. Let it go. We are crossing over the bridge into LBL right now.
Now this is what, the Tennessee?
No, this is the canal that connects the two lakes.
But are we going in on the Tennessee north entrance?
We are the north entrance in Kentucky.
Kentucky.
The Tennessee line is about halfway through the park. Okay, you're going to go up here and take the first right. We are now officially in LBL. Right there. See it?
Yep, there it is.
Okay. This is one way. We will not have any cars coming toward us. And we're going to, it only takes about 10 minutes to go through this.
Yep.
Just go slow.
Oh, look at that.
Is that guy following us?
Yeah.
You can pull off and let it pass if you want.
Yeah.
I don't know where that goes. It's an old trail.
What did that sign say that we just passed? Did that say LBL North?
Yeah, we're in the north end of LBL. I don't know where these guys are going, but I guess we're following them.
Yep.
Probably locals out for a thrill.
Let's see.
Do you want me to? What do you want me to do? Is this okay?
I can just let it run.
Okay.
We'll film the whole time. I'm hoping something will cross the road.
Oh.
I'm hoping something 7.5 feet will cross the road, and it's big and hairy.
This is what I was telling you about, like driving through a tunnel. Even in the daylight.
So we're not following them anymore.
Following them. They're going back to a campsite, probably to party. We are getting deeper into LBL right here. Last night, my wife and I drove through here. There was a couple of times I wanted to stop and roll the window down and listen.
Yeah.
She did not want me to stop. But I'll be surprised if we see so much as a deer in here. I have not seen, in 2 days running around here, I haven't seen any animals in LBL.
No, that's really odd. I wonder if the cryptid population over here just wiped them all out.
Or they stay away because of the
cryptid population.
The animals are good at sensing when there's a predator around. Like I said, I've seen a ton of deer over on the other side of that bridge over in town.
But nothing here.
But nothing here. I mean, I haven't seen so much as a squirrel.
That is odd. I mean, I see bugs. That's about it.
Yep. And if you listen, you don't even hear much night sounds. Just insects.
Yep, I can hear the insects.
Toads, no? Toads, no? Frogs?
No, that was crickets.
Crickets?
Crickets and cicadas.
Oh, this is when crickets is a good thing to hear.
If they stop, then that's a bad thing.
Yeah. Then I'm handing you the med kit.
Yeah, I've got a very large one over there. Right in back of you. Stop the bleed stuff and everything.
That's right.
Israeli bandages,
You
name it.
I've got a Dark Angel kit in my bag. And a couple extra tourniquets.
Oh yeah. Well, that thing I showed you there, my first aid kit that's there, the small one, it's got a tourniquet right on the outside. Nice. But the big pack all the way in the back there is about yay big, and it's for any trauma cases that you come across where you got like 6 or 7 people that are down.
Yeah.
I generally carry that with me all the time. Well, it would be nice to have a hairy thing come out of here because I'm up armored and
So what do you think of your first look at LBL?
this is a nasty looking place, totally overgrown.
Yeah. And even in daylight, you can't see more than 20, 30 feet back into those trees in those places. There are some places where the ground clutter's kind of cleared out, where you can see back, 50, 60 yards.
Yeah.
But they're few and far between. I have the map with me that I bought today. It's supposed to mark all of the cemeteries and old homesteads.
Somebody's in back of me.
Yeah.
I have a little goodie bag for you, so remind me to give it to you before I leave.
Awesome.
It's inside that tub.
Thank you, sir.
Where are we going? Is this going to circle right around to where we came in?
Fairly close to where we came in.
Oh.
Just a little ways down. If you want to pull off on one of these side areas and let that guy get around us, that's fine.
Yeah. Unless he
But then
stopped.
again, if he's right behind us, if something runs across, he might be a witness. But that's why I wanted the camera rolling, because if we do see something across this road, we've got it.
Yeah, he'll be like, oh, I saw it first. No, you didn't.
Hey folks, D.A. Roberts here again. I'm here with Nick Valente. We are back at the Nickel Cemetery. It is somewhere around 11 p.m.
No. Stay here with me.
This is the same area where I heard the footsteps coming toward me earlier today. Hey folks, D.A. Roberts. We have left LBL. We are getting ready to leave Kentucky, heading into Illinois, then immediately going back into Missouri. We are crossing the Ohio River here, and then we'll be crossing the Mississippi. We're very close to where the Ohio and the Mississippi meet. In fact, it's just right over there to the left. The reason I wanted to film these bridges is, despite being huge, they are some of the rickety-ass bridges I've ever crossed in my life. This one's not as bad, the one over the Ohio, but wait till you hear the one when we're crossing the Mississippi. It's kind of terrifying. There's one of the barges down there. Some of the big barges run up and down this river. I've seen a lot of barge traffic in the last couple days. There's actually barge traffic on the
In a quarter
LBL
mile,
legs.
turn left onto US 60 West, US 62 West.
Google being insistent. Yeah, this is the first one. We have crossed the Ohio. We're about to drop back down to ground level. Just entered Illinois. I don't know why we have to enter
Welcome to
Illinois for all
Illinois.
of 20 seconds, but we do have to enter Illinois for some
Take
reason.
the next left onto US 60 West, US 62 West.
Okay, I got you, Google. Fort Defiance State Park. I didn't even see
Continue
that
on US
last time.
60 West for 12 miles.
All right, here we go, folks. Heading over the Mississippi. We were in Illinois for all of 45 seconds. Here we go, heading across the Mississippi. Yeah, this is the one that kind of creeps you out. on the way over, going into LBL, I forgot to film, but I just had the cringy feeling that we were going to drop into the Mississippi. The bridge is kind of creepy. It sounds like it's falling apart every time you hit one of these dividers. And there we're over the Mississippi. You hear these dividers, they get worse. And there we go. We're back in Missouri. On our way back from LBL. Thank you, folks.